We have contention for the seat of Driftmark. We have human Pez dispensers, and apparently nobody gets to finish their dinner. We are discussing Episode 8 of House of the Dragons. It's the Watchers on the Couch. Welcome back to Watchers on the Couch. Today we're discussing Episode 8 of the HBO hit series House of the Dragon. This episode is entitled The Lord of the Tides, and if you want to know if there's any special meaning behind that title for this episode, there is. This episode is about who's going to be the Lord of Tides. I'm Tim.
And I'm Mike.
And if you're new to the show, what we do here is Mike and I will get into our initial thoughts of the episode. We do our breakdown, our in-depth breakdown. It's very in-depth, so deep our breakdowns are. And then as we wrap up, we will talk any post-recap theories and speculations that we have. We'll dip into the mailbag. And we've got some podcast news about what's up next for Watchers on the Couch at the end of this episode. So, Mike, how you doing? How you feeling with this episode? Since I went first last time.
Okay.
Actually, let's put it this way: on a scale from Dracarys, as in kill it with fire, or Dohaeris, this episode will serve. What are you going to give it?
Oh man, on first watch, definitely Dracarys. Yeah, was not into it. I even texted you in the middle of the episode as I was watching it. Yeah, that was during a very, very long walk, and I'm like, get on with it. Like, come on. A second watch, it wasn't that bad. So I think I'm right in the middle for this episode. But man, that first watch, I was not happy. Not happy at all. How about yourself?
I Dohaeris this episode. I was pretty rough on the last two episodes. This episode, I enjoyed it a lot. And it's the same thing that I've been running into with every episode post the time jump. It's like, what if this was the first episode of the season?
Mm-hmm. And that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, and it really threw me off again. So, and this was, I think, the first episode that I watched that I didn't watch the next on from the previous. So the opening scene. Test. It's been 6 years since I'm like, God damn it! Like, okay, everything's new again, and everything that fucking happened last episode, like that wedding, and the kid, Laenor apparently getting killed. Nah, we're just moving past it.
None of it matters.
Like, because this, I feel they are moving towards something I'm really going to enjoy. At least that's what I'm hoping. But like you were saying, like, hey, what if this was the first episode? Because some of these things, and like, we're fucking 8 episodes in. I'm like, how much of this shit doesn't really matter that much? Because it doesn't really matter to me right now. So I'm wondering if it's going to matter in the future.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's like, this episode was the greatest episode yet. And it's like, yeah, it's building up. It's getting exciting, but we've only got 2 episodes left. Like, they've fucked around for a long time. But
the greatest episode. Oh my God. Did you see that improvisation that was in this episode? Oh, the best improvisation ever. He picked up a crown. Whoa.
I do like it. I like that scene a lot, actually.
I'm not saying it's a bad scene, but like, I don't know. Some of the people on Reddit were like, oh my God, can you believe it? They just kept going. Yeah, shit happens sometimes when you're filming and you keep going with it because it's really expensive to stop and start.
Yeah. The people on Reddit are wild, man. And Twitter, it's like, man, this show can do no wrong. They are so quick to suck the hot D of this show that anything that would be, this would be good in any show. But it's like, in this show, it's amazing. It's like, okay. Because there was a guy on Twitter that I guess he got to watch this episode like 3 days early or something like that. And he's like, oh, episode 8's mind blowing. And the guy that plays Aemond, holy shit. And it's like, this episode's, it's a good episode, but like none of that's true. But there's some scenes. Nothing really rubbed me the wrong way in this episode until the very end. There's some scenes, like you said, that are way too long. And
that's really the only problem I had with it was the pacing. And it kind of has been this way. I think there's a lot that can be cut out, but I don't know. This episode felt so long on first watch for me, like so long. I'm like, okay, all right, like cut it a little faster. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. On first watch for me, like there was the scenes that felt long. It's like, okay, well this probably isn't as long as I think it is. And then the episode ended. It's like, wait, the episode's over already? It's been an hour and 10 minutes already?
No, see, for me, it was the opposite. I'm like, it feels like it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 40 minutes in, I'm like, oh my God.
This episode felt like an episode of Picard for me, where it's like, just as it's like getting started, it's over. It's like, oh, okay.
Speaking of Picard, so Viserys, when he's like moaning and whining, he sounds like fucking Jean-Luc Picard. Like when he's in pain, he's like, oh. I'm like, that's fucking Captain Picard. Like when he's hurt, like in pain.
I will now, and I should add it to the soundboard. I haven't added it. I even have notes about what I want to add to the soundboard, and I didn't get around to any of it.
I definitely want to add a lot of Viserys just moaning,
just him moaning,
because that's me talking about this episode. Being a little whiny ginger bitch that I am.
But everybody's talking about like, oh, the guy that plays Aemon's amazing. Holy shit! It's like, the guy that plays Aemon isn't bad. Like, he's fine, but he doesn't really do anything this episode except says nephews. He gives a toast and gives fuck me eyes to Daemon a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to be the next you. Inside of you.
Yeah. I think
well, you're fucking dead because I'm going to kill you.
And I'm going to wear you as a suit. I think
he looks like the most, and I'm pretty sure I saw this on Reddit, that because I couldn't pinpoint what he looks like, and I'm like, Aemon, he looks probably like like some evil Nazi or something. But then on Reddit, like, he looks like a fucking evil anime villain, like, for sure.
Oh yeah, like, long straight blonde hair, eye patch, sword. Yeah,
oh my God, yeah.
He's in every Japanese role playing game.
And I'm like, that's it, like fucking down to a T. Like, that's it. So Reddit's good for some things.
It is. I think hands down, this episode goes to Patty. Oh, Patty. You do a great job dying all episode. You've been dying all season, but this is the best dying you've done. And Matt Smith.
Can't eat any potatoes with those teeth.
I think this is a really strong Matt Smith episode as well. This is the first time where I feel like I've learned more about Daemon, aside from him just being kind of like a leaning, supposed badass guy. Like, we actually get a little bit of his character in this. But like, yeah, he's all the stuff that has to do with his brother's health and all the subtle like looks he gives people in this, and like in the dining scene where Viserys has to be taken away. He has like this. He's like the farthest character in the shot, but if you just watch him, he's like just really uncomfortable and like there's nothing he can do. So like you really get the feeling that he cares for his brother despite their differences. So I actually really enjoyed this episode.
Some of those looks, I'm not sure what he's thinking. I'm still a little confused about Daemon. We definitely got more, but I'm also a dum-dum, so don't trust me. There can be things that are real blatant on screen. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Sure. But all the stuff is open to interpretation anyway, so. But that's how I interpret it. His
motivations, like, was him helping his brother, like, for his own personal gain, or did he really feel bad for his brother? I personally kind of feel like he does feel bad for his brother.
Yeah, I think we discussed earlier in the season, like pre-time jump, that a lot of, even in the first episode when he gets sent away, that he does care. And it's basically, and I think you're the one who says, like, he doesn't defend himself, despite the fact that we don't know if he says the air for a day thing or not. That it's just like, okay, this is what you think of me. Yeah. And so,
like, all right, fine. I don't more of me, brother.
I don't need anything from you. So let's get into it, Mike. Let's start with our recap. So we're going to open up on Driftmark here, and the Maester tells Rhaenys that Corlys took a slashed neck and has a fever, and it's not looking good for him.
Business hours are over.
Oh, no. Vaemond talks about how they need to plan in case Corlys does die and how the throne belongs to him instead of Luke. So he's going to petition the crown to recognize him as rightful heir to Driftmark, with or without Rhaenys' support.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhaenys says, the king could have your tongue cut out for that. And Vaemond says, oh, it's not the king that rules. It's a queen. So right now, we've learned in the first 3 minutes that it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. And Viserys doesn't really do shit anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, see, I think he didn't know that. He was calling Viserys a queen.
Oh, well, can't stop him now.
Yeah.
If he was a little bit more spry with that dagger, he could have been a killer queen.
Except he's a killed queen.
Yeah. So then we're going to jump to Dragonstone, and Daemon discovers that Syraxes, I think that's the dragon that was laid a clutch of dragon eggs. He's got 3 dragon eggs. And he informs
Dany's eggs.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I mean, it could be.
I don't think so. I think it's probably 3 dragon eggs for their new 3 fucking kids.
That would make more sense, yeah. I guess we never really learn where the dragon eggs that Dany has come from. And I guess it's not important.
Yeah. Who knows? We might actually find out in this series, I think.
Oh, you mean before the end of House of the Dragon?
Yeah. I think we'll probably find out, maybe.
That's one of the things that I forgot to mention that last week, because everybody's like, the show's going to be all the Dance of the Dragon and things like that. And I don't think that's the case. I think I don't remember if it was one of the showrunners or one of the writers or something. It's like, no, this is called House of the Dragon. It's not called Dance of Dragons. So
I think if it goes well, I think they'll go beyond the book probably.
Yeah,
beyond the Dance of Dragons or whatever. So
I think season 2 will probably be the Dance of Dragons in its entirety, and then if they go season 3, then it will probably go beyond that, and we'll have a whole new cast for the most part.
House of Blood is more than just the Dance of Dragons, right?
Fire and Blood is, yeah.
Oh, Fire and Blood, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, of course it's going to be more than that, I would think, especially if the book. Yeah.
So, and then there was.
Why the fuck doesn't Daemon just go in the hole or whatever the opening that the dragon goes in? He climbs up this like weird thin place. How the fuck does the dragon get in there? There has to be a pretty big opening for Syraxes to get in there.
Maybe the dragon comes in through the top, so it'd be a fall to his death.
All right. Does that mean the fucking dragon keepers have to climb that all the time?
I don't know, man. I don't think we're supposed to think that hard about it, but
all right, that was just cool. He's doing his best free solo.
This is one of those things where somebody will pick apart something like that in Rings of Power, but if you say it about House of the Dragon, it's like, no, you're thinking too much about it. It's not important.
It isn't important, and I'm one of those people who picks things apart, so I apologize.
So
I don't apologize.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, we haven't done I'm so sorry we haven't whispered in years. The handlers informed Daemon that he has a message arrived from Driftmark from Baela. And Mike, I actually paused it this time around, and I have what the note actually says, if you're interested.
Okay, I'm interested because I saw. Yep.
Yeah, they don't hold on to it for long enough, so you have to pause it.
It's one of those things that I'm like, I'm done fucking with this pausing shit to try to read these things.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? It's probably not important. So
I think this is the first time I ever did this. I don't even think I did that with the note that Sansa wrote. But Father, I write with news of Uncle Vaemond, who this moment sails for King's Landing. He plans to address His Grace the King on matters of succession rights and the sanctity of blood. He wishes for the Driftwood throne to pass to him that is his by rights, and he is the only unattainted choice. Baela.
All right.
Could probably stand some more punctuation in that note, but, you know. Then we jump over to the interior of Dragonstone, where pregnant Rhaenyra is walking in as Jace is working on his High Valyrian. And none of this is really important. So we can just go ahead and say Daemon comes in to give.
Hold on. No, it kind of is.
Something?
Like, because, like, how the fuck does he not know how to speak High Valyrian by now? Like, what isn't he, like, fucking 20? How many years has passed? See, that's another thing with these
6.
time jumps. I don't know how old these fucking people are.
Well, you would have to figure, since we had a 10-year time jump, Jace has to be under 10 when we see him last episode, or 10 at least, plus 6 years. So Jace, at oldest, has to be 16.
Okay.
Which, that's how the math...
Wasn't there an episode with like a 3 or 4 year time jump? Oh, wait, no, that was earlier.
That was earlier. That was pre-time jump, or pre the 10-year time jump. So here's the thing, because I know you didn't watch the behind-the-scenes one after that.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about how they age everybody up. So, like, everybody's in that 21 to 17 range, and that's bullshit. How the timeline works, that is not true. Jace, at most, can only be 16 years old.
Okay.
Which means Aemond, who looks like he's fucking 35, is at most 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The way their time jumps work. Unless I did that math wrong. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I am, but fucking, if it's 10 years if we have a 10-year jump and she's got 3 kids, then that kid can only be maximum 10 years old when we see them last episode.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest of Rhaenyra's kids can only be 10 years old.
Okay.
So,
yeah. But like,
if you say that about Rings of Power, how did they get there a day? How did they get there in one day when they said that it takes 2 days to get there?
Yeah. But is this something that, like, I guess shows that Rhaenyra really cares about herself, and like, why wouldn't she be speaking to her kids like
in code?
Generally, at least sometimes in High Valyrian, just like any bilingual parent usually does in real life, usually speaks to their kids, and you know, so they can learn that.
I don't know.
And this is very important to learn, in my opinion. You know, it's very, very much part of their history and culture. Well, that's why he's fucking learning it right now.
Right. But yeah, it seems to be he's learning it late in
starting
life.
Day one.
Yeah.
Because she says, "Oh, I don't expect you to learn it in a day."
Yeah, so he just started that day, which is fun. But yeah, by this time she was already, when we meet her at the beginning of the season, she's like 16 or 17. She's already fluent in it. Yep. And her and Daemon are talking about fucking each other in High Valyrian. So he should be able to talk to Daemon about fucking him in High Valyrian.
Yeah. Oh, and something that, like, Rhaenyra said, oh, where was this at? Shit. Oh, so Rhaenyra is definitely going to die.
Yeah.
Like, either next episode or the episode after this.
You think that's
what she's... Yes, without a doubt. Like, because she says something to him, like, I don't expect you to learn High Valyrian in a day. Unless you're planning to depose your own mother, you have plenty of time to study. Mm-hmm. Well, she gonna die. But it's like, I don't know. Is Jace gonna kill her? Maybe he's like, I'm tired of fucking aiming shit. I'm just going to be king, and I'm going to fucking kill him, because king does whatever he wants.
If you've rewatched, I can tell you this. It's not a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but if you watch Game of Thrones, you find out what happens to Rhaenyra. Like, it's actually said in the course of that show what ends up happening to her. I think Daenerys is the one who's relaying that. But yeah,
oh shit. I think there's multiple parts that do. I know one part that you're talking about.
But we won't spoil it for anybody else that doesn't remember.
Pretty sure Joffrey says something. Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember exactly who he was talking about. Maybe it wasn't talking about her. I don't remember the names. All these damn names. Fucking Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Rhaena.
Aegon, 17
Rhaenys.
Fucking Aegons, which is going to come in to be a big problem at the end of this episode, which is my big, spoiler alert for the end of this discussion of the podcast. That's my big fucking problem with this, is how this episode ends. But
all right. Yeah, I definitely think it'll have her death. If she does die, I don't know.
So everybody, Valar Morghulis, Mike, everybody dies.
Not today. We say to the god of death.
We learned, well, that guy died too. Allegedly.
Yeah.
We never see him die.
But I said not today.
Didn't you get the memo?
Sorry, I had to rail you for a little bit.
No, that's fine. We learn from Rhaenyra that Rhaenys has already flown to court about this contestation. I don't know how to say that word. I know what word I want to say. Contested the throne is. What is the verb for that? Doesn't matter. Anyway, with no other options, they decide that the family is going to head to King's Landing. And when they arrive, there is no welcome from them for them, aside from being met by Lord Caswell.
Lord Caswell's back.
Caswell's back. All right.
Don't you remember me, Grace? Huh?
I congratulated you. I congratulated you on bleeding all over the steps. We find that the Red Keep, speaking of bleeding all over the steps, is now decked out with religious decorations, and Rhaenyra comments that she doesn't recognize it as home. We've got the 7-pointed star of the new gods everywhere. So it seems like, I don't know how much we talk about. I guess Alicent was, she was in the Sept when they were younger and they prayed together. So we knew that she believed in the 7 before, I guess. But now she's all in on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's born again in the light of the 7, and we know people like that are always fun to be around.
Yep, using that religion for power.
So we jump to the small council, and I keep forgetting his name, but when I watched it the second time, I wrote it down so I don't forget. Lord Beesbury is his name.
Thank you, you boring Beesbury. Boring Berry.
Be boring.
No.
Lord Be Boring.
Money and no, we don't care about those things. Just fucking throw some money. We have plenty, right?
No, we have none. That's the problem. So don't bore us.
We do. We have all the money. Don't. No. Okay. What about
They've got some under the floorboard somewhere. Viserys keeps all the gold under the mattress.
Be careful of the beast under the floorboards.
Damn.
Yeah. That's what Helena says. Beware the beast under the boards.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what most of her shit means. I mean, the one about him losing the eye was pretty in your face, but I've not been able to decipher most of her stuff.
Beware of the beast when you're bored.
Beware the beast with 2 backs. You might
jerk it in a window.
Beware the beast with 2 backs. One of them's Aegon and somebody else is unwilling.
Yeah.
One of the other things I noticed here in the small council is that the Grand Maester here is not Mellos, Mike. So Mellos Yellows is dead in this time period of the show. And I think
he dead, or is he just no longer working? Is he retired?
He might be retired from life. The old 16 years for that old fucker.
Dude, that new Maester, because I hear you heard him off screen first before I saw him talk, and I was like, "Is that Robb Stark?" Because his voice sounded like Robb Stark in his cadence, like not completely, but pretty close, at least to me. And I'm like, "Oh, Robb Stark? Oh, hope that guy doesn't have a wedding."
Well, he doesn't. He's a Maester. I don't know if that's the guy. What am I trying to say? I'm wondering if that's an aged up version of the guy that wanted to treat him with something other than leeches.
I think so. I would assume so, but
it's like, oh yeah, Mellos Yellows died and we got to treat the king with something other than leeches, and he ended up living for another 6 years. Promote him.
Yeah.
So Sir Harold comes in and informs them that their guests have arrived, and Otto is being very Otto-y, big fucking shithead. He's like, I hope they got the welcome that befits their station, these fuckers. And Harold's like, yeah, that's I did as you ordered. What a dick. He's clapping for himself. Then we have some discussion about the upcoming petition, and we see really quick that this whole council is pretty much weighted in favor of the Hightowers now, or the Greens, with the exception of Lord Beesbury. So Alicent, like even, well, I guess, yeah, we wouldn't expect Tywin Lannister to side with the other side because he's a Lannister.
Yeah, Beesbury's like, hey, what about, meeting's over. No one wants to speak, do they? I would like to say, nope, I don't hear anybody.
Gotta go. I gotta greet our guests, where she's approached by a white cloak who she calls Sir Eric, but he corrects her and says that he's actually Sir Eric.
This is the worst one. I'm like, I had to rewind it. I'm like, wait, what? What just fucking happened? It's like, Sir Eric. No, I'm Sir Eric. That's what I said. Sir Eric. No, Sir Eric.
It's Sir Eric. The I don't know if you saw the. There's a.
If you don't know, sorry. Before you do that, like if people don't know, like watch it with subtitles. It's fucking spelled one with an A and one with an E. And they fucking sound the same. Eric,
for an American, Eric, it sounds the same.
Eric.
There is a short with Eve Best that calls me, like me personally, Eve Best yells at me for saying Valerian wrong. Not me personally.
How are you supposed to say it?
It's Valerian.
Valerian.
Yeah. It's Leviosa.
Valerian.
I don't know. There's it's out there. You can find it. I think I saw it on Instagram. It's like they're all saying it wrong.
Well, that reminds me of like my last name, and my mom's like, "No, it's not pronounced that way." I'm like, it is now.
Yeah, that's how I say it.
All your sons pronounce it that way. It's going to be passed on that way.
Pronounced.
Sorry about that. Daffron, but everybody says Daffron.
Yeah,
Daffron.
Aaron.
But it's supposed to be pronounced Daffrin. I'm like, that's a fucking O at the end.
You say herbs and we say herbs because there's a fucking H in it.
Leisure.
I know we're spending way too much time talking about Eric and Eric, but I don't know if you've ever watched the science fiction show Babylon 5, but there's a character in there called Zathras, and there's a joke in there about how one of the characters met Zathras before, and he's like, no, this is the first time we met. It's like, no, I met you. You're Zathras. Oh, no, you met my brother, Zathras. We're all family Zathras. Each one pronounced a little differently. Zathras. 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 It's the same. He says it the same way 3 times, and this reminds me of that. But anyway, Sir Eric, don't call me Eric, says that there's been an incident in the prince's chambers. So we but jump over to Daemon and Rhaenyra, who's visiting Viserys, who's basically in hospice care at this point. Yeah.
They're like, Dad. She's like, hey, it's me, God. I'm just kidding. I'm the devil. No, it's Rhaenyra.
Yeah, his face is all bandaged.
Dad, you look like shit.
He looks horrible.
Do you eat your vegetables?
He's got scurvy for sure. We find out his memory's a little shaky. Daemon informs him that Corlys was wounded in the Stepstones, and Viserys is like, we won that war years ago. And Daemon informs him, no, the fighting's been renewed. The Triarchy's back, and it's been back for a little bit now. He doesn't actually say that, but 6 years ago, like the Triarchy was already coming back. But he informs Viserys that there's a petition to decide upon the succession of Driftmark if Lord Business Time dies. And the king's like, oh, no. Alicent handles all of that now. And Daemon was like, no. That's not how this works. You are going to reaffirm Luke's legitimacy. And Viserys is like, why? Did something happen to Lord Corlys? So it's like, oh, boy. Here's some foreshadowing. Anyway, Rhaenyra changes the subject and introduces him to her children with Daemon. And she's got a child named Aegon. So it's the third Aegon, and Viserys the second, I suppose. And then the pain gets the better of him, and he makes the children cry because he's a scary fucking dude.
It pain. It's because he pooped his pants.
Oh, lick spittles.
Oh, not again. Oh, poop my pants. He was like, someone pooped their pants. That's what happens when I poop my pants. I cry.
But
Aegon. That's what I call little Aegon. It's baby Gon. That's how we're... Yeah, Gerber Gon. Baby Gon. Toddler Viserys. Todd Saris. Viserys toddler. Come on, work with me here.
I'm trying to, but I already did Gerber Gon. So... But he asks for his tea because he's in pain. So Daemon gives it to him. And then afterwards he checks it out. It's like, man, this smells like good shit.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, that's straight vodka.
he looks at Rhaenyra. He's like, check this shit out. They've really got him drugged up.
We need to get this shit at fucking Dragonstone.
Yeah, they brew that here. We go back to Alicent. We find out that Aegon II sexually assaulted a servant named Diana when she brought him his wine. So, cool guy, this guy. Couldn't just stick with jerking off outside the windows or out of the window.
He's like, Mom, it's all in good fun.
Unless you're somebody beneath me.
Yeah.
Literally. So Alicent says that she believes her, but then pays her off and has her take some moon tea just in case, or she poisoned her and fucking killed her.
That's what I'm thinking. Because then that other maid comes in later and she's like, "Oh, hey, where's Diana? She's supposed to get the kids dressed."
Well, that wasn't another maid. That was Helena.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I can never recognize her. I'm just like, they barely show her. She's like, just barely there. Even in this show. So
yeah,
they're just like, she's just for, these crazy things that you're supposed to read into, like, oh, the boards and the beast, and no, the eye, and look at these bugs.
The boards and the beast is the talk they needed to have with Aegon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's how we find out that apparently Aegon and Helena must have kids, because she's like, where's Diana, or Dinah, or whatever her name was? She was supposed to dress the children this morning. So the children are running around naked, Mike, undressed.
No.
Because, God forbid, the parents in this time period dress their own kids.
They're too busy. Too busy working.
So Alicent goes to Aegon's room and smacks him around a bit for being a cunt. And she tells him that he's no son of hers. And
you're adopted.
Yeah. And Aegon in turn is like, hey, I didn't ask for any of this. I just wanted to jerk off out of a window. And then, yeah, this is where Helena comes in and it's like, where's the servant? She was supposed to dress our children. And Alicent hugs her like, oh, Deanna's dead.
She's like, oh, thank God that the poison worked. Oh, man, what a relief. Well, you, Aegon, you
son of a bitch.
Raper!
Oh, man. So, yeah. Like, there's not much else to say about that. It'd be interesting. Like, I don't see why Aegon... Like, it doesn't seem like Aegon wants any of this, and I don't see why he would be allied with his mother at all at this point, because all he does is get smacked around. Like, I don't want him to side with Rhaenyra either, because he's a piece of shit, but at the same time, it's like, he should kill his mom and his grandfather.
He's just going to fly to Pentos and be like, I'm done with this. No, I'm a king.
Laenor, I thought you were dead. How about a threesome?
I'm going to go tell my mom what I saw. Yeah.
So
you don't want to? Well, too bad. Ha ha. You don't know me very well.
Aegon gonna get you. You got Aegon.
Like, that just doesn't seems out of character for him, to be honest. But
which part?
Yeah, the raping part. Yeah, I mean it doesn't but it just does because he just seems kind of like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think he thinks that he probably doesn't think he did. Like he's like, she was willing, and he's a drunk.
Yeah. Okay,
so
yeah, for sure. It's like, oh no, just fine, good fun.
Yeah, so that's all fun and games until Aemond loses another eye. So Alicent finally gets around to welcoming Rhaenyra and Daemon. They've been sitting there forever, and there's some back and forth here about how she and Otto don't rule, but act on the king's wisdom. And Daemon's like, what kind of like wheezing and coughing Morse code is he communicating with you with his will? And yeah, I really like Daemon in this scene, but Rhaenyra, because as somebody who, like, not to get into too much personal stuff, but I've seen how this plays out, where there's like decisions to be made about an ailing family member and how people have different opinions about things. So it was just another good and some dark humor to go along with it, and like snarkness is, kind of what I'm used to. That makes it feel more real. So it's a pretty good scene.
Makes me feel right at home.
Yeah, so Rhaenyra asks, well, okay, whose authority is going to decide her son's legitimacy? And she says, well, it's her in the hands. And Daemon's like, yeah, okay, figures. And then she goes, but the father is just and commands her to forget the vile accusations hurled at her just now. It's like, oh, fuck off.
Mm-hmm. God is just. God told me to.
God told me.
Ooh.
So Jace and Luke go to the training yard, and they see Aemond and Cole sparring, and Luke's all upset because everybody's staring at them. And Jace is like, oh, it doesn't matter what they think. And it's like, oh, it's probably going to matter, but doesn't matter that much. And so back to Aemond and Cole sparring, not to be ableist or anything, but they're trying to set up that Aemon's this badass fighter, which he may be because it's a fantasy show, but the dude's missing some serious peripheral vision and depth perception. So I'm going to call bullshit on him being able to actually fight another highly skilled swordsman. Like that might be a bridge too far for me. It's not going to be a bridge too far for me. Like I'm fine with, because he's a JRP, he's an anime villain. So he's going to be the one-eyed super swordsman. But
watching
I don't think.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just think if we're supposed to enjoy this show because of the realism and things like that, compared to something like Rings of Power that everybody's going to shit on, then it's like, this doesn't work, man. Like anybody, like Kristen Cole, like you can only be as good as the person training you, and then eventually get a little bit better. So if there's anybody better than Kristen Cole, he's going to fucking kick Daemon's ass, or not Daemon's ass, Aemon's ass.
Maybe there's more people training him than just Crispy Cole. Maybe. I at least hope so, but I don't know. Dude, Crispin Cole was just, oh man, he just nonstop, just whoosh, 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 whoosh. Like, hey, why don't you have some patience, take your time. Get him on his left side there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you come up from his back left side, then he should be fucked.
Yeah.
Just shoot him with an arrow.
Like Crispin Cole, you're gonna wear yourself out. It's not easy to swing those things around, Swing the little morning stars around. Is that what those are?
I think it's a flail.
Flail.
Because I think a morning star doesn't have a chain. I thought morning stars had a chain, but apparently not. There's so many different
between a morning star and like a mace. Are those the same thing?
Morning stars have spikes.
What about a mace?
A mace does not have spikes.
Yeah, all right. There you go.
Or
welcome to Medieval Times Podcast.
Right. So, I mean, a lot of things like mace and flail, and some of that stuff's used interchangeably. Because I always thought a Morning Star was basically just a ball, and it was like a long chain with a metal ball on it. It's like what William Wallace used to smash that dude's head in bed. I thought that was a Morning Star for a long time, but maybe it's not. Because I looked it up.
Well, no.
I tried to look it up, and it's like, no, Morning Stars are a stick with a big spiky ball on it, and then anything that has a chain with a ball on it is a flail. If it has a shaft as well, so it's like, okay, it doesn't
make sense, I guess, because if you're like flailing around, you know, more like your arms are kind of like flailing like a chain.
Whatever you call it, it only does 1d8 damage in Dungeons and Dragons. So,
all right,
I lost my spot. Oh, but all of that training and stuff is interrupted by Vaemond's entourage arriving. So we jump to the small council again with Alicent, Otto, and Vaemond, and they're plotting to side with him regarding the succession prior to the petition. So the fix is in. Everybody's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
We jump over to the Godswood where Rhaenys is, and Rhaenyra meets with her. And she's trying to convince Rhaenys to back Luke's claim, and in turn she'll marry her sons to Rhaenys's granddaughters. So I guess she'll marry her kids to Daemon's kids is basically what we're... Like, I don't know why they would even need Rhaenys's permission for that. Because they're her grandchildren, but they're still Daemon's kids.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't understand why that permission needs to be made.
I don't think she needs her permission, but having her endorse, their decision is going to help their case.
Maybe. Or maybe she has some kind of say in it because they're, what was her name? Lena's kids? I don't know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But Rhaenys at this point doesn't seem very interested in that idea. She thinks it's pretty desperate and nothing matters. The High Towers are going to make their move and bring Rhaenyra to her knees, and then it's just going to be her to fend for herself. So Rhaenyra ends up visiting her father again that night, and he confuses her for Alicent briefly, and she's like, no, it's me. And by the way, do you believe in all this prophecy shit? And our duty to unite the realms and whatever, because you didn't unite jack and shit by naming me heir. And she thought that she had wanted this, but the burden is heavy. It's too heavy.
I can't do it, Daddy.
Which I kind of like this, because last episode when she's like talking about like she needs to marry Daemon so her shit isn't so easily contested. It's like, we don't know why she wants this aside from the fact that Daddy said she can have it up until this episode. Like, yeah, he gives her the prophecy when she's a kid at the end of the first episode, but she doesn't talk. That never comes up. I mean, the Aegon prophecy stuff does come up again throughout the show, but never to the point where she seems to be taking it seriously enough to warrant her taking the throne, because you'd think if she did take it that seriously, she would probably make some different life choices, but whatever. But at least at this point, like, we kind of learned that, okay, well, this is a serious duty that we have, and I thought I wanted to do it, but man, this is starting to suck. Because she could have just said, so what? So what if I only have Dragonstone and I'm married to Daemon and what have you? It's not a big deal. Let the Greens take the throne and put Aegon in charge. Who gives a shit? But whatever. Anyway, here Viserys calls her his only child, which is like womp womp. So it's like, Otto's like, I love all my children equally. Or I love all my children. All one of them. All one of them that I recognize.
Lixpers, I forgot about the other ones.
I assume that's a memory issue. And I think that was supposed to be his failing health, and not that he only recognizes Rhaenyra as his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But she says, hey, if you want me to bear this burden, then she needs him to defend her. And the next morning, he's getting his wounds tended to. And he tells Otto that he wants to have supper. And Otto's
but it's morning.
Otto puts his hand, the other thing, I do like Otto, even though he's such a piece of shit. I like that he seems to legitimately care about the king. What happens after the king dies? Like the whole events that he's like conspiring to have after the king dies, he at least does seem to care about Viserys. But he just really doesn't want Rhaenyra on the throne, and he's going to do some shady and shifty shit to prevent it. Piece of shit. But he puts his hand on the king. It's like, it's morning. He's like, yes, but what about second breakfast? He's like, no, I want it this evening, stupid. I know it's morning.
Why can't I have dinner for breakfast?
Dinner
I'm
for
not a child.
And breakfast
what
for dinner.
What is this weird thing we have with food that only certain things are for breakfast, certain things are for dinner?
It's made up by the Breakfast Association.
Yeah, big breakfast.
Nobody did that. Nobody did that shit before the 50s. Anyway, he wants a family supper. Everybody loves a good dinner party, Mike. And he forgoes the milk of the poppy for the pain that Otto offers, and just tells Otto just arrange the dinner. So we jump into the petition, and Otto is presiding on the throne, and Vaemond makes his petition. He says a lot of words, and I don't know if there's anything about his speech that you want to talk about. I was just going to skim through it because I'm not going to quote his fucking speech. But
no,
Rhaenyra interrupts him at one point, and Alicent's like, "Hey, you wait your turn." It's like, okay, now Rhaenyra, you can speak. And after Vaemond's like, "What do you know about Valerian blood? You wouldn't know it if you saw it." It's like, that's true of any blood, dude.
I don't have a microscope or something.
What's your fucking point? Compare let's cut your hand and let's cut Jace's hand and we'll compare the blood. If it looks the same, then
I'm gonna put these your guys' blood in two different jars, and then I'm gonna switch them around behind my back, and then you tell me
you pick which one's the Valerian blood, and if you get it right, then you can have the throne. That's how they should have done it. That's some King Solomon shit.
Inconceivable.
No, you don't have to drink it. They poisoned the blood. Both bloods are poisoned. I didn't think you'd actually drink it, stupid. So Rhaenyra's about to speak on behalf of Luke when Viserys walks in. This is Mike's favorite scene.
Oh my God. The slowest fucking walk up to the throne ever. I'm like, good God, I get it. I fucking get it already.
You could.
I wish there would be people in the crowd that'd be like, "I'll get on with it. Get him a stretcher. Get him a body bag already. Come on, I got things to do."
You could cut out about 20 seconds of the center of that scene, and people would still get the gist that it was a long walk.
Yes,
for sure. But.
And that's when I texted you. I'm like, how long is this episode?
How long is this one? Mike's like, this is an hour and 40-minute episode. It's like,
it fucking seemed like it at that point.
I think it's only, Mike, I think it's only an hour and 7 minutes. But Vaemond and all the Hightower give each other a bunch of looks like, oh, fuck. We weren't expecting this. Nobody expects the Viserys Inquisition. So he tells Otto that he's going to sit in his chair today. And it's a long-ass walk, at which he drops the crown, and Daemon picks it up and helps his brother to his seat, which I thought was a really good scene and made the rest of the walk worth it. But as Mike pointed out, it turns out that scene was entirely improv. The crown was not supposed to fall off Paddy's head. It was an accident, and Matt Smith...
No, it was supposed to fall off his head, but Daemon was supposed to put it on his own head. Be like, look at me. I'm
the king now. My plan worked perfectly. You just have to take the crown and put it on. Crown yourself king.
Just kidding, brother.
Finders keepers. The old rule of finders keepers. The oldest tradition. The oldest tradition in the Seven Kingdoms. More so than blood is the law of finders keepers.
Don't you know one of the seven is called finders?
And yeah, in Pentos they call him the god of takesy backsies, but Matt Smith just picked up that crown and they kept filming, and that's the scene they went with because it's a good scene. It's a good scene. But Viserys is sitting on the chair. He's like, "Excuse me, I'm confused." Like Peter Baelish, I'm a bit confused.
I'm so confused. I thought I was going to the toilet, but I ended up here. Oh, this is bad news. Let's make this fast because I'm going to potty my pants again.
This is the wrong throne.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought this matter was already resolved. Any question can surely be clarified by Corlys's wife, my cousin. And Rhaenys, I keep wanting to say Rhaenyra. These names, Mike. I miss Rob and Ned and Bobby B and John. Before we had Rhaenyra, Rhaenys, Rhaena, Rhea, Eric, his other brother Eric.
Aegon.
Eric gone. Vaemond.
Aragon.
Vaemond's just Aemond with a V.
Yep.
Fuck this show. Fuck these names, man. But Rhaenys admits that Corlys was adamant that Luke gets Driftmark, and he never wavered in that, and she never wavered in support of her husband. And in fact, Rhaenyra said that she wants her children to marry Daemon's children, and she thinks that's a wonderful idea. And Vaemond's like, what the fuck is going on? And this is not what we planned. Alicent looks upset. Otto looks pissed, but he's trying not to look pissed. Aegon actually smiles in this scene because I think he thinks he's going to get out of this whole being king business. So at this point, Vaemond has lost the whole appeal thing here and just loses his shit, man. He mouths off to the king and he starts to say some shit about Luke and he stops and Daemon's like, say it. And he fucking says it.
Say what again, motherfucker?
He does say it. He shouts that her kids are bastards and the heir is a whore. It's like, well, that's
kind of. Well,
no. Is she?
Well, I mean, back then, yeah. She's a princess. She's only supposed to be.
Well, that's the patriarchy, Mike. That's the patriarchy telling you that she's a whore. Like she's just having consensual sex with people that she wants. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it is true. There's definitely a double standard because if you're king, it's not a big deal, and you just do what you want. So yeah.
So the King Crypt Keeper here stands up and draws the cat's paw dagger, which about as slow as that walk to his chair. And he's like, I'll have your tongue for that. And I would have liked to have seen that fight, Mike. They robbed me of that fight.
Hold on. Don't move. Oh, yeah. Oh. He falls down the stairs. No, I got it.
He rolls to the side. He rolls to the side, so he impales himself on the parts of the throne that go down the steps.
Yes. Dude, that'd have been great if he died that way. Like, fell down the stairs, but fell into all those swords and died.
And then Vaemond looks over him and says, "That's what you get for." And then, but Viserys' last move is to cut his tongue out.
Tricked you.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Mike, why don't we write shows?
All right.
Accidental comedy. All the time. But oopsie, instead, Daemon turns Vaemond from being a Valyrian to being a South Park Canadian and separates his head at the jawline and is all like, he can keep his tongue. which is some very Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner after that, which is cheesy as hell. Everybody's like, this is badass. It's like, no, it's actually really corny, but I loved it. I'm fine with it.
Well, looks like he lost his head.
Only most of it.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually beheaded. His bottom half of his head's still attached.
He lost his mind today.
When we watched this, Sarah was like, oh my God. And I laughed. It's like, it's Spartacus level comedic gore, that scene where you see I don't know if anybody else has seen Spartacus, but there's a scene in, I think it's the second season, where Spartacus basically fights this guy and takes his sword up underneath the chin and cuts off the whole front of his face. And it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I had just gotten a 70-inch TV and watched that scene, and I laughed like a madman for 5 minutes.
Damon should have cut his head off and be like, yeah, whose house? Ron's house. Fuck your house, man. This is Valerian shit right here.
So,
wait, which house?
Then the king. It's all House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
Dragon's house.
I mean, I got so many kids. I got Targaryens, Valerians. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know what? You're dead.
Kardashians. Next, we see the Silent Sisters preparing Vaemond's body for the funeral and the ride back to Driftmark. And Rhaenys is there. And the Grand Maester says, it's bad luck to look upon the face of death. And she says, the stranger has visited me more times than I can count. And the Grand Maester says, well, I don't care about your masturbation habits. You shouldn't look at this dead guy.
And then she stares at it forever.
Yeah. In a fisheye lens shot too, which is weird. But I don't understand what the significance of this scene is. I'm assuming it's like some sort of justification for something Rhaenys is going to do when she, I guess, betrays somebody later. I don't know.
No idea, but it was very odd.
It was weird. But we're going to have dinner, Mike. We're going to jump to the big family dinner.
Yay! Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving, and it's about how a Thanksgiving goes. We've got
Last Supper.
It's Viserys' Last Supper.
And he does the big arms.
Big arms thing. It's like, what are you doing? I'm doing the big arms thing. Well, you can't do the big arms. This guy doesn't. He doesn't even have an arm.
Big arm.
Yeah. He's wounded. He's going down. So there's some toasts, and first to Jace and Luke for getting betrothed, to which Aegon starts to razz Jace a bit because, like, oh, Jace, you'll finally sleep with a woman. And it's like, yeah, but I'm only 15, like, at most.
I know where to put it.
And
Jon Snow was probably that age, right?
I don't. He at least had facial hair.
The books, I guess, but
I don't know. There's a lot more time that passes in the books that pass in the show. I think, not by a lot, but I know all the girls like Sansa and Arya were aged up for the show a bit, but while Viserys is there, Viserys, yeah. He goes into this thing about how every face in this room matters to him and he loves them all, even though he only recognizes Rhaenyra. And he wants everybody to get along. So he takes his mask off right before people start to eat.
No!
And we see that he's missing an eye. He's missing which eye is he's missing his right eye. So
he's like, amen, we're the same, you and me, huh?
We brothers.
We put ourselves together. Literally. We have depth perception, huh?
And he's missing a chunk of his cheek. So it's always fun when you can see the inside of somebody's mouth from the side. It's one of the most creepy things you can fucking see, man. Or at least,
they did a pretty good job with all that, I think. Like, I thought it really looked good. And even when he was getting his wounds treated and he wanted to, have dinner arranged or whatever, and he looked super skinny,
super scrawny.
Oh man, like it all looked pretty believable.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that.
seeing through his face, because there was an angle where you could see inside his mouth and outside of it. I'm like, wait, what? Did I see that right? And then it shows a different angle. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
And it turns out that Patty actually did that for the show. He cut a side out of his cheek, and that's why the show cost so much money. You thought it was for the dragons, but it was actually so they could repair his cheek. Because Patty's a great actor. He's a method man. Daniel Day-Lewis can suck a dick.
Yeah. Oh, good for you.
That's Christian Bale, but
I know, but it's like, oh, it's Christian Bale. He can suck it. I'm gonna one up him.
Yeah,
lose half of my face.
So Viserys asked everyone to get rid of the ill feelings in their heart, if not for the sake of the crown, then for the sake of this old man. So Rhaenyra makes a toast to Alicent for taking care of her father and apologizes. And Alicent says that she's moved and they both love their children and they aren't so different. And she says that Rhaenyra will make a fine queen. And we don't see Otto's face in this. I would have liked to have seen Otto's face in this. She's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? But then Aegon's a dick again. And it's like, hey, if Jace doesn't satisfy you, you can come see me. And Jace gets pissed off and pounds the table, stands up, and everybody's like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, no, it's okay. And he turns it into a toast to Aegon and Aemond. And then Helaena makes a toast. This is after she says, beware the beast with two backs, or the beast under the floorboards, or whatever it was. She makes a toast to Rhaena and Baela, saying, married life isn't so bad. He basically just ignores you unless he's been drinking. And everybody chuckles except Aegon. He's a rapist. Oh, isn't that fun? It's funny.
Yeah. Good times.
So then Otto asks for some music, and Jace takes Helaena for a dance. And we get to see everyone laughing and getting along mostly for a little bit, except for the boys. But there's a little bit of levity, and we get about a minute and a half of Viserys looking actually happy. Or I presume it's supposed to be happy, but it's scary as fuck with that face. So
yeah. Harvey face. Scary face.
Scary face. What did you do with Harvey? But yeah, then the pain kicks in and he has to leave. Then the food arrives, Mike.
My pants again. It just keeps happening.
I haven't even eaten yet. The food arrives and it's a roast pig, which causes Luke to laugh at Aemond.
I remember that pig that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, so these fucking kids, these kids are all fucking dicks, man. It's like you can't keep your shit together for one goddamn meal. But then again, Luke's got to be like 14 or something. Even though the showrunners say everybody's 17 to 21 now.
It seems like teenage stuff to do, to be honest, though.
It does. No, it really does.
Rich, spoiled pricks to, fuck with each other. Or even normal, even the normies.
Yeah, and I'm sure like other people relate to that more than I do because I was the only child in my entire family. So I was the only kid at Thanksgiving. There was no kiddie table at our Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
It was just, I was the only child in the entire family.
Well, I got 3 older brothers, so
right.
That's normal shit. Like constant, just busting each other's balls and try to get under each other's skin, and yeah.
So
yeah, that seems totally normal.
Even if you haven't seen somebody for 6 years, you're gonna like bring up like that old shit. That
yeah, for sure.
Especially when
old shit never goes away. Like, well, I remember that time. Oh.
Well, fuck. You'd think Luke would be a little more careful because he almost had his eye taken out by the queen for it. It's like, you need a little fucking tact, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Aemon makes a toast where he calls them strong boys a few times and triggers a fight. And Jace decks Aemon, and Luke gets slammed into a table by Aegon, and then Aemon just pushes Jace down effortlessly. Jace still can't fucking fight for shit, man. He doesn't know High Valyrian. He can't fight. This guy should not be king.
Mom, push me down.
This guy is not usurping his mother anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But Alicent isn't happy about Aemon doing that because she just got an apology from Rhaenyra. She's actually having second thoughts about things, it seems, and her fucking shithead one-eyed monster is fucking things up for everybody. Mm-hmm. But he says that he was only saying how proud he was of his family, but apparently the nephews aren't as proud as theirs, which makes Luke and Jace try to rush in again, but Daemon stops them. He's like, wait, holds a finger. And Rhaenyra tells them to go to their room. They're always getting sent to their room, too. Like she even told them to go to their room. She even told them to go to their room after Vaemond calls them bastards. It's like, go to your room. You've said enough. But then Daemon turns and looks at Aegon and just gives this sigh at him. Like, I just lobotomized a guy and cleared a dude's sinuses in one swing a few hours ago for fucking saying this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this silent face off for about a second before Aemon backs down and walks off. Then Daemon gives Rhaenyra this little smile and he walks off as well. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy. It makes it look
like fight at some point.
I mean, yeah. I don't know why, but I mean, I know why because they're going to be on opposing sides, but I don't know why we're supposed to.
Heck, even if they aren't on opposing sides, it seems like Aemon's just a crazy fucking he's ready to throw down at any time.
Yeah.
I mean, except for this time because he's like, well,
I'm probably going to get killed.
Maybe I'll wait a little longer.
Wait till he's a little older. Maybe I'll wait for another 10-year jump when I can get the drop on him. They actually did age Matt Smith up a little more in this episode, I noticed.
I didn't notice. Crispy Cole didn't look older. Like,
Crispy
nobody looked older. And he's like, 5 years younger than Viserys or some shit?
Something like that. Well, they aged Viserys. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know how old Daemon's supposed to be. Viserys, they aged up for this show. Because when this whole shit happens, he's like, somebody said on Reddit, I think, that in Fire and Blood, Viserys is only in his late 20s when he marries Alicent.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like a gross old man. But
I really don't care that much, but it does throw me off just a little bit, when certain, everybody else doesn't really age. Like, because I didn't really think Daemon looked like he aged. But
I thought he looked a little older, but maybe it's just because this is the closest I've seen him in some of these shots in a while.
Yeah. I
think, they didn't age Cole up too much. I think they've kind of dulled the color of his facial hair a bit. Like he didn't seem as vibrant in like, they might have just made him a little dirtier looking in the training yard scene though.
Yeah. But really, I guess even Viserys, I don't think is really supposed to be aged in a sense. Like the fucking throne is killing him. Like being king is killing him. Like he's fucking infected with shit. So he's not necessarily like so old now, but he's like dying of infection.
So we've had, he's 20 years older than when we see him, but yeah.
No, sure, but
still,
I think it's
that's
more
like
so
a difference
that
between 40 and 60 is still, he looks like he's 120.
Yes.
But Rhaenyra tells Alicent that she thinks it's best if they return to Dragonstone. And Alicent is like, you just got here. It's like, so they're finally starting to make up. It seems like, maybe this is all a big understanding and we can work it out and people just actually need to communicate. But then there's no show, Mike. So we know this isn't going to last. But Rhaenyra says she'll take the kids home and then she'll come back on Dragonback. And Alicent says she and the king would like that very much. So
she's never coming back.
She's never coming back. Unless it's for the throne. And then we see the servant who brought Alice. I know that Alicent says her name when she's talking
Talia. And I fucking knew it. And I wish I said it in episode 6. It's in my notes. I went and looked back at my notes. And I'm like, I know I put that in my notes in one of these episodes. Because she comes in episode 6 when fucking creepy Larry and Alicent are talking. And then they're like, no, not now, Talia, go away. And I'm like, that bitch is a spy. Like, they said her name. And, like, she came in when it wasn't necessary, when she knows she probably shouldn't be going in there. You know,
I wonder who she's spying for.
What do you mean?
I mean, I know she's spying. Well, no, I mean, I know she's spying for White Worm, but normally, like, that's an intermediary. Like what would White Worm need with that information?
I don't know.
And in case anybody's forgotten, maybe. But yeah, in case any listeners forgot, White Worm is Daemon's ex-girlfriend.
Mysteria?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. So what? Yeah, that is a good question though. Like, what would Mysteria get for that? Or maybe it is only for Mysteria, and Mysteria can sell this information to the other lords in the kingdom. Or do you think Mysteria, like, there's another person above Mysteria?
Well, we know. I don't know about above, but we know from episode 4. Was it 4? When the last time we see her is episode 4, and turns out she's exchanging information with Otto, or she got money from Otto or something that. Anyway, that urchin was like one of her agents and was passed that information on to Otto.
Unless did we pass that information to Otto, or is that kid working both sides? Because I don't remember what happened first. Like, Otto got that information from that kid, but then she went back to Mysteria, right?
Yep. And somebody got paid for it. I think the kid got paid for it, right?
Yeah. But is that kid working both sides or something? Or, I don't know. Maybe Otto didn't know that the kid is working? You know what I mean? Maybe he's getting paid by Otto and he's getting paid by Mysteria.
Shit, he's the richest person. He's the one that's got all the money then. He could afford to do the stuff that Lord Beesbury. They can get that fucking bronze bust. Either way, the final scene, we're in the king's chambers and he's in bad shape. And he confuses Alicent for Rhaenyra, so we get the reverse of the roles from earlier.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie. And he tells her that he does believe in the prophecy, but of course Alicent doesn't know shit about that. And he's like, "No, don't you remember? Aegon, the prophecy, the prince that was promised." And she's like, "Oh, Prince Aegon, our little raper? He's going to unite the realm?" It's like, "You must be the one to do this." And it's like, "Oh, okay, I understand." And then she leaves, and we see the cat paw dagger as Viserys finally dies, with his last words being, "My love," after the screen's already faded to black, presumably making the viewer think that he's seeing Emma as he dies. Isn't that sweet?
You know what? I don't believe he's dead. He fucking died off screen then. So, fuck this dying off screen shit. I didn't actually see him die. Just goes to black. He could still be alive.
It's a Sopranos ending for King Viserys.
It is. I wanted to see him completely die. I wanted him to go... And
just
I'm
because, Alicent's like, "Oh, the king's dead." Just because I said doesn't mean I'm dead.
Yep.
So yeah, this brings me to the big problem I have with this episode. Like, in general, really enjoyed this episode, but the fact that everybody's fucking named Aegon and nobody talks to each other is the big misunderstanding that causes a civil war, and that is fucking weak sauce, man.
Fuck. Nope, he told me it was my Aegon.
Right. Well, she doesn't...
No, he told me mine.
Well, she hasn't introduced her kids to Alicent yet. I don't think Alicent knows that one of her kids is named Aegon.
She has to know.
I don't know. They haven't seen each other.
They just kept the kids a secret.
I don't know if she kept them a secret, but I mean, I don't know. But at any rate, fucking... Well, it could have been anybody. Could have been Jon Snow as Aegon. It's like, no. Jon Snow is only Aegon in the show. All of you people. His name's not Aegon in the books. We don't know what his name is, and it doesn't matter because he's still fucking dead. So this whole Aegon's prophecy, Song of Ice and Fire thing, we don't know if that's anything in the books yet. We don't know if Jon has anything to do with that because he's fucking dead. Nobody's brought him back.
Yeah. Fuck you, George. Write your book.
Write your goddamn book. Stop executive producing things. There's no Night King in the books either. You guys are fucking getting all theoried about.
I mean, there will be. I mean, because Viserys is the Night King. I mean, look at him.
I mean,
he's like, I know the prophecy is true because I can feel myself becoming the Night King.
I think
that's why they don't show him dying.
Yeah. Well, presumably the Night King already exists, right? Because he was like one of the first men.
Nope, not in this show. Nope, changing it.
Yeah.
I think
they fuck up their own canon.
Supposed to be or something. I don't think they even say anything about the Night King, even in the show, as far as who the Night King is. He's just the Night King.
He's just some dude that gets crucified on a tree by the children.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that scene. Really sticking with the dragon glass.
Yeah. Shit, he could be a Targaryen. He's brown hair. It's fucking Jace. Oh man. So obviously we can't all get along, Mike. We've only got 2 episodes left, and I've already given my speculation for the next episode already for my episode 9 trailer breakdown video. So that's up there on YouTube. So my theories and speculations would be tainted by beforehand knowledge. But Mike, you're an unsullied viewer who hasn't seen the preview. So what do you think's in store for us next episode?
Next episode, Viserys is going to be still alive, and he's going to look great because they're going to drag it on again, for him to die, because they have been. I mean, I thought he was dead 3 episodes ago, so he's still going to be alive. Rhaenyra is going to die, and I don't know. There'll be some dragons, some boobs, some dicks. Or at least there better be, because I'm really missing, all these, weenus.
Where's our tits and dragons? All we keep seeing is Aegon's ass.
We're going to see a dragon with tits. That's going to be Syraxes, because has to milk the little babies.
Right.
So it's going to have, little teeth sticking out. So
we're getting to some old school watchers on the couch conversations now, Mike. How many tits do you think a dragon has?
Oh, 8 for sure.
8 tits on a dragon.
Yeah. And we'll see Daemon. He's just going to be like, yum, yum, It's going to be like Luke Skywalker drinking some blue milk.
Oh, man.
He's going to feed it to his boys like, you guys need to stay strong. Hey!
Punches Daemon in the face.
No, I meant for the bones. Jeez. The kids are sensitive.
Keep triggering these snowflake kids.
Daemon is going to kill the strong kids because they're kind of pointless to have now that he has, these other kids. So, and after Rhaenyra dies, that's when he's going to do it. So Rhaenyra's going to die. Then he's going to kill all the strong kids. And then Daemon is now the king. And then his Targaryen kids, his true-born Targaryen kids, can keep the line going.
Okay. There you go.
It's not out there at all.
Well, we miss the out there theories. We like the out there theories. I like the theory that Viserys is deteriorating so much that it'll actually turn around on himself and he'll be a young man again. Yeah. Like he just hatches out of his corpse body a whole new Viserys. It's like, what is this, Doctor Who?
Dragon milk. They're going to soak him in the dragon milk.
Yeah.
They're just going to milk.
You just needed a milk bath this entire time. All right. So with that, we'll jump into the mailbag. It's a light mailbag this week. So as always, we've got one here from Josh Mosher. This was about in response to how this show doesn't do anything to make us care about any of the characters. The only person in this show whose emotions guide me to empathy is King Viserys. The issue is the story is so spread out, and doesn't really have much feeling. There's no happiness, no love, only snippets of real emotion, and then there's no real follow-through. It's like, this happened, okay, that happened, whatever. Like, Kristen Cole murdered Laenor's lover. Well, whatever, no follow-up or follow-through. And yeah, that's a big thing, and a lot of defense of this show in our comment section have to do with you're not supposed to get attached to any of these characters. They only exist to further the story along.
And what's the point?
For season 2, it's like, yeah, this is all a build-up for season 2. It's like, that's fucking stupid then. Because you're never
season 2.
Yeah, you're never guaranteed a season 2. Like, these shows can be canceled at any time. It's like, yeah, maybe we knew for sure that House of the Dragon, it was immediately announced for renewal after the first episode airs. But that doesn't always happen. Like, Westworld hasn't been renewed yet. So we don't know if there's ever going to be a season 5. HBO's been notorious for canceling shows halfway through all the time. Fucking Starz definitely does it. So you're never guaranteed that. So fucking doing a bunch of build-up. Rings of Power is apparently doing the same thing. Everything's supposed to be built up for season 2, and season 2 is supposed to be like way better.
But it's been entertaining the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, I've really enjoyed Rings of Power.
Well, so
the writers on there said it's a build-up for season 2.
This is the exact thing that threw me off on this fucking episode, because it's like, it's been 6 years. I'm like, damn it! Like that Picard meme. So I don't really think, oh, well, just started at season 2. Like, some of this could be more condensed. I feel disconnected from characters because of these time jumps.
Yes.
And instead of a nice flow to build their characters, I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's a little jarring. I'm not really down with it.
Same. I feel the same way. Todd Jr., frequent commenter on the show. We love you, Todd. 3 episodes to go. So this was obviously in response to last episode. 3 episodes to go, and I'm all in for this series thus far. Mike, are you still all in for this series thus far, even though you've hit a bump in the road here?
Yeah. I do think that they are leading to something much better than what this season has been. Mm-hmm. Even if this whole season isn't that good, like even if not episode 9 and 10 don't end up being like that great, at least that great for me, I'll still be in for season 2.
We know a season 2's coming.
I do think it'll be more coherent. I mean, at least I'm hoping it's not more the same kind of time jumpy thing. Mm-hmm. I hope we get to a set point where, all right, these are characters in the present time of this show in a sense.
Right.
And then we move forward, like, without, 10 years later.
Yeah. I agree. Like I said, I've only been rough on the show post time jump. I don't think post the 10-year time jump. I don't think it did the show any favors. I still kind of feel like this season should have been all the younger cast, and then the next season speed it up a little, do the 10-year time jump, then ramp into the Dance of Dragons faster instead of the kind of like these filler things leading up to what's going to be the usurping of the throne. But whatever, it's fine. But then again, whichever writer that was that said that this is House of the Dragon, not the Dance of Dragons. So presumably the show is not all the Dance of Dragons. I suspect just next season is Dance of Dragons, and then we move further into the timeline for season 3 and 4. I think they said they have a 4 or 5 season plan. And then frequent commenter Delta Ghost, who apologized for commenting so much. Delta, you don't have to apologize at all. And we had a little bit of back and forth about Rings of Power, which I'm not going to add to this because this is not a Rings of Power podcast, but I still stand by the fact that I don't think the plot holes or whatever in Rings of Power are at all as egregious as the inconsistencies in this show, because most of those are just tropes in Rings of Power, and they're kind of cliched tropes to be sure, but this one is... The show's supposed to be more like realistic, real people, but you have to suspend the disbelief that none of these people develop as people over the course of 20 years. They just double down on shittery, and nobody talks to each other in these time jumps. Like 6 years since they've talked. So it's like, okay. 3 years that Rhaenyra didn't talk to her dad while she lived in the same house with him. Cool. Anyway, you said that you didn't care about Daemon's wife's death, and fair enough. I didn't care about her character either, but this first season is really just trying to set everything up, and it's moving at a fast pace because major events that will be coming further in the future Most of season 1 is just for context to get you familiar with some of the characters. Not everyone you see is going to be a major character or someone to have a role in the future. So I don't know. I'm honestly hooked so far, and even with the criticisms I hear, even with all the criticisms I hear, it's never anything huge. Unlike Rings of Power, for example, I don't know, but obviously it's all subjective. It is all subjective. And again, Rings of Power is a completely different show. Rings of Power is like a mythology, fantasy, high fantasy, and this is supposed to be a more grounded and realistic dark fantasy, and which makes the inconsistencies, or like dumb characters, powerful characters being dumb and doing stupid shit. What if everybody was Galadriel, and that's Rings of Power, or sorry, House of the Dragon? It's just a bunch of Galadriels. Anyway,
I definitely give Rings of Power a pass on things too, I guess. But I don't really, I guess there's things I don't really think about because I'm just kind of giving it a pass, but it's only because it's like this huge fantasy show, like a high level fantasy. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it's high fantasy.
High fantasy.
It's epic
this
fantasy.
This is more reality based House of Dragon in a sense. I mean, I know there's still dragons, there's still some magic and shit like that, but like,
but even the magic,
more political and all that. But I just see it more as just like silly fantasy. Rings of Power, I see more as kind of a silly fantasy show.
There's magic,
more
there's magic, there's actual gods, there's like a mythology aspect, there's a epic struggle of good versus evil that lends itself to a different type of storytelling than this is. Like if Game of Thrones was all about the White Walkers or something like that, you would probably see some similar shit. But there's the political aspect that that Westeros has that Rings of Power doesn't, or Middle Earth in general, really. So anyway, pod news, Mike. We got some podcast news. I don't know if you saw it, Mike, but New York Comic Con was this last week. And
I did not see that.
We finally got a trailer and a release date for the final season of His Dark Materials.
Oh,
yes. December 5th is when it starts, Mike.
Oh, that's too soon. That's too soon.
Well, if it makes you feel better, they are airing 2 episodes a week over the course of 4 weeks. So it's an 8-episode season.
All right.
2 episodes a week. But Mike, December 5th, those are Mondays. They're fucking our shit up. They're fucking our shit up. They're not fucking your shit up because you get your football. But
but I don't, because there's still Monday Night Football, Tim.
Oh, no.
Hey, that's fine, though. I can deal with that.
But yeah, so we will be covering the final season of His Dark Materials, but fair warning, we probably won't be dropping those episodes on Wednesdays since it's going to air on Mondays.
Right.
And since we'll be doing 2 episodes at a time, it'll probably be recapping the events of His Dark Materials at a much quicker pace, which will take us through the end of 2022.
Do you know if are they going to like kind of release it like streaming wise, like on Monday? Can I watch it fucking on Monday during the day?
Oh, that's a good question.
I hope they do something like that. If they're going to release 2 episodes, or do I have to sit there for, both episodes?
I think it's
to come out like, this one comes out at 8, this one comes out at 9.
When I saw the trailer, it said streaming on Monday, so it might just air on like midnight on a Monday.
That'd be awesome.
It might be available.
That would be fantastic. That's what I wish this show did, because like I'd watch this episode on Sunday mornings, and I'd probably make notes and do it all on Sunday morning, and then have a little time to think about it. Maybe do a rewatch Monday, maybe, or we could even do the show Mondays if it was like that. So,
but that'll be 2022 for us. So we'll be taking November off, but for the YouTube channel, His Dark Materials Season 2, I'm going to start releasing those episodes onto the YouTube channel, our back catalog, onto our Watchers on the Couch YouTube, after we wrap up House of the Dragon. So if you have not seen His Dark Materials and you would like to join us for Season 3, you can start with you can watch Season 1, but then we have coverage of Season 2, and that will lead us into December 5th when Mike and I start covering Season 3, the final season. Right now, I don't know what our plans are for next year. Nothing that we currently cover is going to have a new season next year. there are some upcoming shows that I have interest in. I don't know about you, Mike. I'm interested in The Last of Us, even though I don't know anything about the video games since I'm an Xbox guy.
I don't know anything about it either. What is it on?
It's going to be HBO
platform. It is? Okay.
Yep, and it's got Pedro Pascal. And
that's right. You mentioned that to me because I always skip the intros or the ads basically for HBO.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I remember saying
supposedly the Westworld Creators Fallout series is rumored to be coming out next year, but then anything from the Westworld Creators is immediately suspect for us.
Well, there's a Westworld show that's going to be on Prime, right?
I think it starts on the 21st or something like that. It's got Chloe Grace, Hit Girl. It has Hit Girl in it.
Yep.
So, yeah, but we're not covering that because we need some time off. We've been at it hard for a while now. We need a break. But the Fallout one, Walter Goggins is reportedly in it, and that makes me a little interested. Also, Fallout's another game adaptation, so it doesn't lend itself to writers who are pretending to be smarter than they actually are, like Westworld does. So it might be pretty good.
Yeah.
But we'd be interested in hearing what shows you might like us to cover. And hopefully I can talk Chris into doing some stuff. We'll see. Let's see. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think about stuff that we can do to keep engaged with our listenership while we're off from oh, baby is upset. I'm thinking about starting up a Discord if anybody's interested in that. I started one up before and then I closed it immediately because I wasn't maintaining it. But now that we actually have people that talk to us and stuff like that, if you're interested in a Discord so you can communicate with us at the off season and chat and things like that, I would definitely be open to that. Mike, what do you think about opening if we let people into the recording session for the next 2 episodes of House of the Dragon?
What, like do this like live and have people like
be able to chat with us during the show?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so
that.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you are interested in that, and then I can give you guys a link to where we do our meetings, and you can join as audience members. We do this at 6 p.m. Central on Tuesdays. And yeah, we might, if you're interested in being an audience member for our recording session, remember, it's the recording session. It's not going to be the finished product, all edited and stuff like that. So you're probably going to get a bunch of weird rambling and me thinking about what we're going to talk about next. So very unpolished, very unedited. But if you are interested in joining us and potentially contributing to the episode via the chat, let us know. And in the comments, and I will pin a link to where you can find us next Tuesday and the following Tuesday. And that would be cool. So I think that's it. That is everything. So until next time, I'm Tim.
And I'm Mike.
And now our watch has ended. And don't get your dick chopped off.
Yep. Don't forget.
And don't name your kid Aegon. How the fuck many Aegons do you need?
Too many Aegons.
Too many Aegons. There's a fucking dozen Aegons in this show. And if somebody was just like, man, maybe we name this kid Steve. Like this whole fucking war that's gonna happen would never happen. Fucking dumb people.
Hey, and don't forget.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Until next week.